Beautiful. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you, ma'am.
Asher, sit at one place. Settle down fast. Yashika, could you please adjust your camera? I can't see your face. Naila also. Naila, I can see some light or something. Ah, yes, perfect. Now I can see you. And Gauri Nanda. See, whenever you sit, make sure that. I'm sorry. Just make sure that the light falls on your face. So Gauri, now you are sitting just in front of the window. Light is falling from the window. You do one thing, face the window and sit. The light should be falling on your face. Just try that way. Ameya, is there any problem with your camera? Advait. So we have been talking a lot about self-confidence, self-esteem, because why I have been talking to you about this consistently, because this is a very important factor that you should develop as you grow up. As you grow up, self-confidence is one of the most important soft skills that has to be developed, because the use or the advantage of having self-confidence is miraculous. Nothing will be impossible if you are self-confident or confident about yourself. And the main thing I told you is never ever compare yourself with others. Each one of you is blessed with different skills, different specialities, and that makes you unique. You cannot find a person who is exactly like you anywhere in the world. Believe me, there might be people who looks like you or whose character might be similar to you, whose height might be like you, whose outline, who might be looking, maybe the color of the eye or the shape of the nose or the hair might be similar. I told you, even in the twins, the siblings who are twins, they might be identical. They might be looking exactly the same. An outsider won't be able to identify them. Of course, the parents will be definitely able to do it, but an outsider. I have many times got confused with the twins. I used to interchange the names and call. In my past 15 years of teaching, I have come across many students who were twins, and I always used to get confused, and especially when they are in the same class. Okay, so what I want to tell you is, even if you look alike like someone, you resemble someone, your character, you won't be 100% same like others. That is your own specialty, which makes you a unique human being. So please do understand the importance of that. Understand the specialty. Always remember that you are special. You are special. Each one of you is special. So when you have that sort of self-esteem, you will have that confidence in you. You'll be ready to do things which will make you feel great about yourself. So today we are going to read a very short story about the importance of self-confidence. Okay, there are plenty of stories which will help you to understand the importance, the significance of self-confidence. Okay, so here is the story. What I want you to do is just listen carefully, and at the end of the story, you need to give me a feedback. You need to tell me, what did you understand? Okay. A priest was on a long flight home after a church conference. The first warning of approaching problems came when the fasten your seat belt sign flashed on. After a while, a calm voice said, "We shall not be serving beverages at this time, as we are expecting a little turbulence." See, you might get confused with a lot of words here. I'll make it clear to you. Please make sure your seat belt is fastened. The priest looked around the aircraft and saw that many of the passengers were becoming apprehensive. Later, the voice said, "We are so sorry that we are unable to serve meals at this time. The turbulence is still ahead of us." And then the storm broke. The ominous cracks of thunder could be heard even above the roar of the engines. Lightning lit up the darkening skies, and within moments, that great place was tossed around like a cork in a celestial ocean. As the priest looked around, he could see that nearly all the passengers were alarmed, except one little girl. She sat calmly, feet tucked under her, looking at pictures in a book, oblivious of the turbulence around her. The storm blew over. When the plane landed and the passengers were disembarking, the priest approached the little girl and asked her why she was not afraid like the other passenger. The little girl replied, "'Cause my daddy's the pilot and he's taking me home." That's confidence. There are many storms ahead of us: physical, mental, financial, domestic, and others. Being confident in dark times will help us pass through tough times. It's a beautiful story. I don't know how many of you understood it, but believe me, it's a beautiful story with a very good aspect, very good content in it. It's about travel in an airplane. And the main character in this is a priest who is coming back from his conference. And those who have traveled in an aircraft, you might be very familiar with the word turbulence. What do you mean by turbulence? Has anyone heard about it?
No, ma'am.
Turbulence?
Ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Listen, when you travel in an airplane, who is the person who keeps announcing? What is that person called?
Pilot.
No, the pilot never announces. Of course, before the takeoff, the pilot might say about we are traveling or we are moving this many meters above the sea level, something like that. But apart from that, to fasten the seat belt, to remove the seat belt, who is a person who normally makes the announcement?
Aircraft.
Air hostess, right? You might have seen the beautiful dressed up ladies who are always ready to serve you. They will be serving you the meals. They'll be serving you the cool drinks, whatever. They are always there with their great hospitality to serve the passengers in the airplane. And they are called the air hostess. They will give you all the instructions, right? And what do you mean by the word turbulence?
Joking.
Exactly. That's it. Sometimes, see, when the airplane is traveling amidst the clouds, there might be sort of jerking. That happens due to the bad weather conditions, or sometimes the hitting of the clouds, or even there might be attack of the birds. And that is called turbulence. So whenever that happens in an airplane, there'll be an announcement, and the air hostess will ask the passengers to remain calm. She'll always make sure the passengers are at peace, traveling comfortably. No need to worry. This is the announcement that comes. And suppose if there is some like a hard turbulence, always there'll be an instruction to fasten the seat belt. There'll be an announcement, as well as there'll be that flickering, that instruction will come on the display, fasten the seat belt. Immediately you have to follow the instruction. That is how it happens when you travel in a flight. So this is a story that happens in a flight, and the priest is traveling back home from a church conference. I'll read the story once again, and after that, let me know how many of you understood the story. A priest was on a long flight home after a church conference. The first warning of approaching problems came when the fasten your seatbelt sign flashed on. After a while, a calm voice, obviously it might be the air hostess voice, said, "We shall not be serving beverages." What do you mean by beverages? Like tea, coffee, cool drinks. These are called beverages. At this time, as we are expecting a little turbulence. All of you, please make sure that you mute your audio. There is some disturbing noise coming. Please make sure your seat belt is fastened. The priest looked around the aircraft and saw that many of the passengers were becoming apprehensive. Apprehensive means a feeling, a negative feeling, something bad might happen. Obviously, there'll be a fear, there'll be a doubt in the mind. That is called apprehension. Okay. Later, the voice said, "We are so sorry that we are unable to serve meals at this time. The turbulence is still ahead of us." And then the storm broke. The ominous cracks of thunder could be heard even above the roar of the engines. Lightning lit up the darkening skies, and within moments, that great place was tossed around like a cork in a celestial ocean. As the priest looked around, he could see that nearly all the passengers were alarmed except one little girl. She sat calmly, feet tucked under her, looking at pictures in a book, oblivious of the turbulence around her. The storm blew over. When the plane landed and the passengers were disembarking, the priest approached the little girl and asked her why she was not afraid like the other passengers. The little girl replied, "'Cause my daddy's a pilot and he's taking me home." That's confidence. There are many storms ahead of us. Physical, mental, financial. What do you mean by financial? Related to money. Domestic. Domestic means what happens inside the house, related to our near and dear ones, and others. Being confident in dark times will help us pass through tough times. Okay, now give me the feedback. What did you understand? How many of you understood the story? How many of you understood the story? No one. My goodness. Yes, Lizel. See, even if it goes wrong, doesn't matter. That is called confidence. See, what makes you keep mum when such questions are asked? You fear whether will I be right? What if I go wrong? Will the teacher scold me? What will others think about me? Such thoughts should not come to your mind, dear children. Whenever, whatever you understood, you should have the confidence to just open up. If it goes wrong, what happens? What will happen? It's not at all a problem. So don't fear of mistakes. Make sure that you are able to express your ideas, express your opinions confidently. Okay, very good, Lizel. A big clap for him. Yes, whatever you understood, please unmute. Unmute and tell me, what did you understand? What is the story about?
The priest was traveling to an airplane. Priest was traveling to an airplane. When the fasten seatbelt sign approaches, there was a storm of problems. First, there was turbulence. The priest noticed that everyone was worrying, except one little girl. The girl, when the flight ended, the priest went to ask the girl why she was not worrying. The little girl replied, "My dad is the pilot and he's taking me home."
Oh, very good. So, what is the moral? What is the moral you got from the story?
Confidence will help us pass through.
Exactly. Wonderful, Lizel. And that shows your confidence. So a big applause for you for that great confidence. Okay, very good. And what about others? It's not that you did not understand anything from the story. It only means that you are reluctant to speak just because you fear that you might go wrong. So at least you should get away from such thoughts in this class. Whatever comes to your mind, see, nobody is going to judge you here. Whatever comes to your mind, you should be able to say it loudly with confidence. Huh? Yes, Andrea, tell me. Just a moment. Yes. Andrea.
Okay. There was a priest going on a flight. And the air hostess said to put the seatbelt. So, because of the turbulence, everyone put the seatbelt.
Okay.
And there was fear. So, except one girl, everyone was fear. So, the priest asked
when the flight landed,
Huh.
why do you no have fear? So the girl replied that my dad is a pilot. So he is driving this airplane. So I don't have to fear.
Yes.
I am going to my home.
Huh.
So that is the story.
Okay. Okay, that's it. So the story shows the girl's confidence in her father. So whatever, where all the passengers in the flight were really worried, because just imagine what will happen, what will be the condition of the mind when you are inside the airplane and you are coming across all the problems. There is a great turbulence and the air hostess is not serving the drinks, not serving the meal, and just asking the passengers to remain calm, wear the seat belt. So most of the people will get worried because they might have the feeling that anytime the plane is going to crash and they are going to end their lives. They'll be thinking about the near and dear ones. They'll be thinking about the pain that they are going to see. When such a situation happens, human mind will always think about all the negative things that is going to happen. Hardly very few people will think that, no, everything is going to be okay. Don't worry, just relax. God is there to save you. Nobody will, hardly very few people will start thinking about it. Most of the people will be steered towards the negative thoughts, thinking all about the negative things, all about the, like what you say, the disaster that is going to happen. And that will make them feel very upset. And let me ask you, children, if you think like that, is the problem going to be solved? Huh?
No.
No. Whatever has to happen will definitely happen, even if you're worried or not. Just because you're sitting and crying loudly, just because you're sitting and like scared of these things, do you think that the situation is going to change?
No.
No. So other than that, on the other hand, when you stay relaxed, when you calm down yourself and just assure yourself that everything is going to be all right, don't worry, be brave, be confident. There is God who is watching us all the time. We are safe in his hands. See, when you think in that way, when you have a positive thinking, you will feel much better. Anyway, whatever has to happen will definitely happen. Right. See, now the COVID is spread all over. Just because you are scared sitting at home, did the COVID stop?
No.
Yes. Did it stop spreading?
No.
What did we do? All of us took the precautions. Yes, we took the precautions, safety precautions. Your parents went and took the vaccination, took care, made sure that you always wash your hands, and to a big extent, you could protect yourself from the disease, right? And those who got infected, definitely you have to face it, right? You have to face it. Will it be a solution if you sit and cry, oh my God, I'm infected with COVID, now I'm going to die? Is there any use thinking like that? No. So once you are infected, you have to take the proper medication. Just take care of your family members, sit in the quarantine, and within a few days, you'll be cured. You'll be out of it. That's what happens naturally, right? So confidence is something that you all should develop in you. So your thought, the way you think should change whenever such a situation happens. Now, for example, some of you might be having examination fear, very much scared. Some of you will start developing tummy aches. You start sweating, thinking about the examination. Dear children, just tell me, is there any use fearing examination? Is there a way out? No.
No.
Have to face it. So what you have to do is prepare well, stay confident, face it. Just get away with your fear. Don't think about it. And for that, you should have the confidence. And how does the confidence come? You will have the confidence if you prepare for it. Without studying anything, without opening the book, you cannot say that I'm confident to write the exam. That is nonsense, right? So once you are prepared well, you listen to the class, you follow the instructions of the teacher, and also obey your parents, fine, obviously you will be confident for the examination. And you will start enjoying the exams. You will start enjoying writing the examination. And success is certain. So the word confidence should be applied in each and every phase of your life. It's not something that only grown-up people should have. See, just now, when I asked about it, the person who took the initiative, Lizel, that shows his confidence. Maybe many of you might be able to speak better than him. But where did you lose? You did not take the initiative. Okay? So please make it a point whenever you come across something, if you know, just take the initiative. Just take the initiative. Doesn't matter even if you go wrong. Nobody is going to punish you for that. The teacher might maximum say, no, you're wrong, and move to the other person. So what? So what? Don't be very particular that I should be always right. Whatever I say should be 100% correct. Don't think like that. Everyone make mistakes. Some of you do correctly. Some of you might learn from your mistakes. So when you do mistakes, you hear the correct answer from the teacher or some of your classmates, you correct yourself. And the next time you come across the same question, you'll be able to come out with the correct answer. So learning from mistakes is always very important in life. Nobody is perfect. Okay? So just have this attitude in yourself, develop it, understand that each one of you is unique and special in your own ways. Whatever challenges, whatever problems come your way, face it. Face it with confidence. And think about the little girl who said, when all the passengers were scared, when all the passengers feared death, they might have seen death face to face. This little girl, of course, she might be scared a little bit inside, but she did not show it outside. She handled it very beautifully. She diverted her attention and she was going through her storybooks, picture books. She was enjoying. And deep inside, she had the confidence that my dad is a pilot. He's taking me back home and I'm safe. And that is a confidence that made her sit calmly till the flight landed. Okay? So don't you think that, children, this is very important aspect that you have to learn in your life? Now you are in 4th standard, but you won't be in 4th always. Within a few months, you'll be passing out of 4th standard. You'll be promoted to 5th standard. So like that, every year will pass. And one fine day, you will realize that you are a grown-up person. So when you grow up, a lot of things you learn in your life. Along with this, don't forget about the confidence. Develop the confidence inside you. Okay? And make sure that you always have a positive self-esteem. As we said, whatever practices, whatever things that you can do to boost your self-esteem, just boost your self-esteem, remain happy, have a smiling face all the challenges with courage. Be a brave girl or be a brave boy. Okay? And when you see your dad and mom are upset about something, just give your confidence. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Just that simple word creates a big impact in your life. Everything will be fine. Don't worry. Okay? And just make sure that you always go for the right things. You know what are good things and bad things. So as long as you are sure that you are doing the good things, no need to fear anyone or anything. Just keep going on. Okay? Always have good thoughts in your mind. Think right and do the things right. Everything will be fine. Okay, fine. So I just want to